Hello everyone, my name is Dan and welcome to this new video. Today we'll be taking a very deep look at one of Xiaomi's most iconic projectors. Let's go ahead and get started. Included with the box, we will find the Xiaomi projector with the instructions manual, a light and simple remote control, and the power supply adapter. The remote control is simple, light, and it uses two AAA batteries that do not come included. As you can see here, the power supply adapter will take all the way from 100 to 240 volts and output 19 volts. So this device can be both used in the US and Europe, although as you can see it comes with a European connector. The projector itself is designed in an interesting way, with a different aspect ratio than many other models out there. The build quality is very good, and that is the type of quality that we have come to expect from most products manufactured by the giant Xiaomi or being produced under the umbrella of this company. The front section of the projector features a nice fabric-like gray material, while the body itself is made of plastic. There's only one color scheme available, which combines the gray material of the front with the white of the body. This color scheme is really nice and it matches the style of most interiors, meaning it's not very disruptive and it feels like it belongs, although obviously that will depend on your decoration. You may have noticed that the projector is not very large in size, being only about 11.5 centimeters long, that's about 4.53 inches for those of you in the US, about 15 centimeters wide, so that would be about 5.91 inches, and 15 centimeters, or again 5.91 inches high, so it's not very large, and the weight of the device is approximately 1.3 kg. In the rear section, we'll be able to see a DC power input to connect the included power supply, a 3.5mm audio jack to output to a speaker or headphones, a USB 2.0 connector that can be used to connect a USB stick or key with your movies, slides, photos or whatnot. Then finally an HDMI connector. Now this is obviously an input that can be connected to the output of your notebook, TV box, PlayStation or so on. So you will output from those devices to your projector. This projector has also two built-in speakers, one on each side. Then on the rear section, there are some sort of ventilation ducts to cool down the system. Then at the bottom, we will see four tiny legs with rubbery butts to prevent it from sliding, and a triple mount, which is very good to have. When it comes to the projection technology, this Xiaomi projector uses LEDs, this is DLP projections, and something cool actually is that it features a Texas Instrument TRP, so the so-called TRP square pixel technology. This technology should in theory allow you to get more contrast and sharp images, so that's good to have actually. And then the output resolution is Full HD, that will be 1920 by 1080p. However, the projector will accept an input of 4K, so you can output 4K, however the projector will basically project 1080p. The brightness of the output is about 500 lumen, so keep that in mind, not super bright, but well, with a contrast ratio of about 1200 by 1. You will be able to project all the way from 1 to 4 meters, and the image size will vary somewhere from 40 to 200 inches depending on how close to the wall the projector is. If you're curious about the hardware and the OS, although most people aren't, but nonetheless I want to share with you, it features the Amlogic T968H processing unit or CPU, and you can find this one in other projectors also, that including the ones that support 3D, so it's a decent CPU, 2GB of RAM and 8GB of ROM or storage space. The operating system in the device is Android 9.0. Now, before powering on the projector, let's cover some important aspects of the included remote control, because that's good to know. So here in the upper section, we have a power button, then followed by the Google's voice assistant button that will allow you to use voice commands, and we'll see that later on in the video. Right under we have a navigation wheel or arrows with an enter button in the center to confirm any of your selections or settings. Then in the left there is a return button to exit the settings or the screen that you're basically viewing. Followed by a home button here on the right. Pressing that button will, as you can already imagine, take you to the home screen. Then the last button on the right side allows you to access the apps, or the app interface. On there we have one button to access the Netflix app directly, so that's very good, as some models with the Chinese operating system did not have this option. Now you can directly access Netflix using that button. Then to the right of it we have a button to access TV channels, and you need to configure that based on your region. At the bottom we can see then the volume rocker, and I think that's okay. So enough talk about the remote. Let's go ahead then and power the projector and take a look at some other functions. So to power it on, just press the power button at the top for a few seconds and you'll be good to go. The projector may take a few seconds to boot, just wait patiently. After the booting process is completed, the projector will proceed to perform an automatic focus calibration. A little bit like a camera would do, it will sort of determine at what distance is the wall and adjust the focus accordingly. After that, you'll need to pair the remote control. Just make sure that you have installed the batteries in the remote, before using it, otherwise obviously it's not going to work. You will be asked to press the return button and the apps button to pair the remote, but I think you can pretty much press any button and it will still pair, but still you can obviously go by the instructions. After the pairing part is over, the projector may still attempt a calibration just to make sure that everything is in focus. If you notice any flickering or other weird things in the image, you can perform, of course, a coarse tune. Okay, so if you notice anything weird, go ahead. In this case, I think the image looks pretty nice, so I'm going to go ahead and let it be. Please note that the flickering that you are perceiving right now, it's not because of the projector, but rather because of the frame rate at which I'm recording this video. So somehow like the camera produces this effect, not the projector itself. So I don't see any flickering at all. During the initial setup, the device will ask you to select your language. The good thing about this model is the fact that it is the global version, so it comes with a broad selection of languages, as you can see. After that, you'll be asked if you would like to hook up your smartphone's Google account with all the settings. If you skip this part, like I will do, just to show you, it will ask you to connect to the network and sign into your Google account later on. Like I was saying, in this step, it is asking you to connect to your local Wi-Fi. Just find the right network and type your password and connect. Once you have connected to the internet, it will ask you to log into your Google account, so just proceed and sign in with your Google account. Once you log in, you'll be asked whether you would like to activate Google's voice assistant. Remember that the remote control has a microphone, so you will be able to use voice commands to open apps, perform searches, among other things. I recommend that you enable it. Finally, after you're done with this sort of long setup, the main interface will load and all the apps that are available already or installed in the projector. You can freely navigate using the remote control, open apps, adjust settings, and so on. Let's get right away into the image quality. So at this point, I have the projector positioned about 135 centimeters. That would be about 53 inches from the projection surface. That is just a white wall. You can, although, position it much further away and get a larger projection size. You can actually place the projector, like I was saying before, from 1 to 4 meters away from a projection surface. The size of the projection will vary from about 40 to 120 inches depending on how far the projector is from the wall or projection surface if you're using something else other than a wall. So again, let's take a look at the image quality. The good thing is that we have a bunch of streaming services installed here already. So let's go ahead and see what's available on Netflix. Okay, let's go ahead and play this movie. So in my opinion, the image quality is looking awesome at this distance. Now remember that the projector is located about 135 centimeters or 53 inches from the wall. Another reminder again about the flickering is not coming from the projector itself, in case you're wondering, but rather it is depending on the frame rate at which I'm recording right now. And there could be a little tiny bit of noise because of the ISO setting of the camera I use as well, okay? But the image that I'm actually looking at looks pretty much flawless. Yet when I'm looking at it with my bare eyes, like I was saying, it's just good, you know, it's just good. There's gonna be no noise or noise flickering. That is just coming from the camera. A little bit annoying, to be honest, because obviously I would like to show it to you the same way that I'm seeing it. So I really like the image quality. The only thing I would recommend or just mention is the fact that this projector is not super bright, so you need to try to limit the ambient light. The brightness is around 500 lumen, so it looks great in these conditions and with some minor lights around, but more than that it's not advisable, okay? Now let me real quick try Google's voice assistant. So if I ask it, for example, open Netflix, it will do it without any issues. Now I tried multiple times different scenarios, and even with my funky accent it still actually works properly, so no issues whatsoever. Okay, so now we can go ahead and go over the settings. You can see everything that is available. So the first option it's called here projector, and the first setting, and it will allow you to perform a keystone correction. You would only need to use this option if you're experiencing some image distortion and you would like to correct it. The next option is the projection method. In this case we have selected a front projection. The next option is called image. There you can adjust the image mode depending on whether you will like a more cinematic look or other preference, depending on the content that you're basically consuming. Below you will find a brightness mode, and also you can select a profile that basically matches your taste, when it comes to this brightness mode. Next we have an input setting, and here you will be able to regulate your HDMI settings and how you would like the projector to interact with connected HDMI devices such as a TV. Then we have a network and internet settings, where you can basically switch between Wi-Fi networks, followed right under by your Google's account settings. The apps, as you have already guessed, allows you to basically, the app section, to see all the installed apps in your projector. In the device settings, you can do a bunch of things, such as select device settings, type of keyboard, sound, storage, and many other. As you can see, this projector comes with built-in Chromecast, which is pretty awesome, and we'll take a closer look at that a little bit later on in the video. Okay, so now let's go ahead and try pairing our smartphone device with this projector. Now, I so happen to have a Xiaomi smartphone over here, but you can use any Android or iOS device for that matter. To pair the projector with your smartphone device, we will use Bluetooth, right? So we go ahead to the Bluetooth sections or settings in our smartphone device, and then we check to see whether we see the projector. If you don't see it, make sure to let your smartphone scan once more, okay? There we have it. We have located the Xiaomi projector and can tap it once now. On the projector you will see the pairing request, and you just have to accept it by pressing pair. Once you press pair, that's it, your smartphone device has been paired. Yet when you look in the Bluetooth section of your smartphone, you will see that the projector is in the list of devices right there, but not really connected. But you don't have to worry about this. The reason for which we have paired our smartphone device and the projector is to be able to cast from the smartphone to the projector, or to, for example, use the projector as a Bluetooth speaker, as we will see very soon. So let's, for example, say that you're watching a YouTube video and you would like to cast it to the projector. You just need to tap the screen once right here, and you can see the cast icon. Then just tap the cast icon and you will be given a list of devices to choose from, or just the projector in case you're only using the projector. Then select the projector and that's it. The image and audio will be casted from your smartphone to your projector. If the projector and the smartphone are not paired via Bluetooth and you press, for example, cast, at least in my case, nothing happens. As I've already mentioned, this projector can also be used as a Bluetooth speaker. To be able to use it as a Bluetooth speaker, you will need to enable the Bluetooth speaker option in your projector. Once you do that, you will be able not only to connect to a projector, or to the projector in your Bluetooth device section, just like a regular speaker. So you will also be able to obviously listen to the sound coming from your smartphone. And you'll be able to see that it's connected because it will be basically highlighted in blue, So if you connect it as a projector, you won't see that. If you connect it as a Bluetooth speaker, it will be highlighted in blue and connected just the way it happens when you connect a speaker or headphones. Once you are connected as a speaker, then you can, for example, use an app like Spotify and listen to your favorite music using the projector as a speaker. Now, something that I did notice that at times there were a few issues connecting. Like, for example, the projector was set as a projector instead of a speaker, and you would basically switch to the speaker mode and try to connect, and at times he would not allow me to connect. I'm not sure if this is because of the projector or my smartphone device, but keep this in mind. What you can do in these cases is to unpair the smartphone and the projector and then pair them again, and this solves the issue, but it can be a little bit annoying if you do need to do it often. Personally, I don't care so much because I'm not going to use this projector as a speaker in general, but if you do, keep this in mind. Other ways to use your projector is obviously to cast from your notebook or computer. You can also do that, or you can connect it via HDMI and output directly from your notebook, TV box, PlayStation, or any other device like I was saying before. Another nice feature is that the projector comes with a tripod mount, so you can basically mount your projector on a tripod for a conference or just to keep it like this in your living room or any place. Even though the speakers in the projector are really nice, if your living room is a little bit too large, you may want to use an external audio source. Remember that the projector is equipped with a 3.5mm wire audio output. And I have not tried to connect it yet to a wireless speaker, but I think it should be possible to pair a Bluetooth speaker with the projector. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up and go to the conclusions. So overall, this is a great projector for the following reasons. First, obviously it's compact, good build quality. It's a global version, so it comes with all the languages you need, and of course it comes with Google's voice assistant. It comes with built-in Chromecast, so you can easily basically cast to your device. It runs Android TV, so you have access to a variety of apps. It also has Bluetooth, and it can be paired to a variety of devices, including your smartphone device or notebooks. It comes with a decent built-in speakers. It also comes with Wi-Fi, and the remote control already has that cool Netflix button right there. Now, what I did not like as much, like I said, it could be brighter. Only 500 lumen, fine for sort of dim environments, but perhaps not enough for a brighter environment. Switching from Bluetooth speaker to mode to the regular Bluetooth mode is a little bit buggy at times, and it can easily, it was easy sometimes to experience some issues there. Also, it can be easily accommodated on ceiling mounts. So if you have a ceiling mount, I have not really seen mounts that actually properly fit this projector. So hopefully this review has been useful to you. If you did not, or if I did not, cover something, don't hesitate and drop me some questions right here in the comment section, and I will obviously try my best to answer them, and subscribe to the channel for more in-depth reviews. Looking forward to seeing you all in my next video.